Some individuals are afraid to go to the gym because they believe they're going to get too bulky. Is this a thing? And that's because if they do resistance training or weight training, they're going to add bulk muscle and not necessarily lean muscle. What? Now, to keep this incredibly simple, there are two main forms of mass that you can add to your weight. Number one is fat-free mass, or let's call muscle tissue. And number two is going to be fat mass, or adipose tissue, or body fat. Now, for reference, let's associate this GoPro as being equivalent of 1 pound of muscle tissue. And let's associate this old school, incredibly reliable calculator as being equivalent to 1 pound of fat. So if you can't add bulk muscle and you can only add lean muscle, what are people doing when they get bulky? They are adding too much fat mass. They're adding too many of these to add some of these. So if you want to get the most out of your resistance training, you're trying to add the most amount of muscle tissue without adding, if possible, any of fat mass. Or better yet, what you're going to try to do is add the most amount of these while subtracting the most amount of these. So how do you do that? Number one, your training program has to be intentional to lift with enough intensity to make each workout your personal best. Number two, you have to hit enough protein relative to your requirements. Anywhere between 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kg will do the trick. And number three, you have to be within your caloric requirements. Beginners are going to be able to add muscle and lose body fat within a caloric deficit. Intermediates are going to get the best recomp effect while eating at maintenance calories. And for more advanced individuals, they're going to be at or just slightly above maintenance. So go add that muscle. Let's go!